Hello and welcome to the ISE ETF and Index Outlook for September 10th, 2012. This is Patrick Srezna. As always, we start off with a chart of the S&P 500 using that SPDR exchange for fund symbol SPY with a very bullish breakout on the ECB and unemployment numbers that followed through all the way up to our first target around the 144.50 area. This should be the first overhead resistance on this upside breakout, but we are at an interesting crossroad. While this is definitely 100% a bullish break to year highs, lots of upside momentum after a consolidation in the month of August. There's a lot that we can technically suggest is bullish about this move. The one thing though that we don't like about it is the fact that we in general are in a very difficult period within the market. A lot of different things can go wrong very quickly in this environment. While we do believe there is further upside potential, that SPDR's up even $2 to $3 higher from here, even up to 146 or 147 on the upside, we do still believe in general that the risk reward proposition of going long here in the market is relatively poor versus the risk that we're taking. And while we certainly do not want to stand in the way of this rally over the next week, as it's going to find the levels of consolidation where at higher levels, we do believe that any investor that is chasing this market higher here may at some point very quickly find themselves underwater a month from now. Next here, I want to take a look at the ISE Global Copper Index, which is the symbol ISC. The copper index had a very, very bullish break on the upside after having seen a pattern that looks like an inverted head and shoulders develop along the downside. A very material break of the 320 level on the upside has given initially a very bullish indication. This is very interesting because it comes around the same time as a breakdown in the US dollar and strength in the euro. We're seeing strength in gold and a whole bunch of other metals, including a very big turnaround in a lot of other resource and base material stocks. While this is very bullish on the first push, what we'd like to really see now is the price action really hold up here. At some point here, we're going to get a little bit of a pullback after a very quick move. We're going to want to see whether that 320 level now acts like a support line, and if we see good consolidation and behaving the right way, there's definitely room for this to actually continue bullishly on the upside. Next here, I want to take a look at the ISE Global Wind Index, which is the symbol GWE, and we've seen a very positive price action as we have now seen those highs that were put in the month of July up around the 71 to 73 level. Now we get substantially exceeded on the upside. This really has put an end to the most immediate downtrend, and actually opens the window that a new bullish impulse move could actually be underway. While again, this is too early to be rushing to chase this. What would be very positive here, just like on the copper index, is that if we see a good pullback on this wind index that finds proper supports up down around that 70, 71, 73 area, and really holds in those areas, then it could actually set up for a very bullish setup going into the year end. Finally, I want to take a look at the ISE Water Index, which is a symbol HHO. We had a flagging formation that bullishly broke, very much like the S&P, but still has yet to exceed its previous highs. And so long as the market actually remains relatively bullish, this has the opportunity to go as high as $96, $98 on the upside over the upcoming week or two. At this stage, if you do want to trade this water index higher, it is most likely worthwhile here to wait for it to actually break to higher highs so that you know that the overhead resistance has been exceeded, and at that stage you can look to swing trade a few dollars higher up toward 98. That was your ISE ETF and Index Outlook. Thank you for joining us.